Hey everyone, you're watching the baddest man on the planet, Trans Aaron 38. And you know what that means? That means that this channel is for adults only. So if you're under the age of 18, go somewhere else.
Yo, what is up, fellas? I'm your host, Trans Aaron 38, coming at you with some more Transformers action. And today we are finally taking a look at Transformers Studio Series 86 Wreck-Gar. Ba weep grana weep ninny bong. And there is Wreck-Gar in all of his glory. Very awesome artwork right there on the side of Wreck-Gar. And he is number 9 in the series of Studio Series 86. And yeah, Junkion dance party, backdrop scene, and yeah, my God, this guy is very well worth wait. And I want to thank my good buddy, DJ Holla on Instagram for picking this figure up for me out and about. I know, man, it's been a while. I should have reviewed this there a couple weeks ago, but man, plastic crack hits you quick and hard and working crazy. So yeah, so let's crack Wreck-Gar open and see what he's all about in the Studio Series 86 line. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Cue that awesome music intro. Yeah, ball weep grana weep ninny ball. Alright folks, here is Studio Series 8609 Wreck-Gar, the Junkion himself, the leader of the Junkions of the planet of Junk. And there he is in all of his glory, and yeah, it's great to finally get a hold of this guy. Definitely was slacking on trying to get some of these guys. But store-wise, hard to get, hard to find these guys because Hasbro sends this guy in a case with 2 of the Studio Series Thrust figures, which I'll review later on, or might not even worry about it since he's just a complete repaint or whatever. Complete repaint and with a different head and a slight molded detail. But anyway, here is Wreck-Gar in all of his glory, and yeah, very nice G1 cartoon and 1986 movie inspired Wreck-Gar, and there he is in all of his glory. So yeah, very cool. We'll go ahead and send him off the side. Take a look at the packaging. Very nice. You got Wreck-Gar there on the front of the packaging. 8609 Studio Series Wreck-Gar Transformers the movie. On the side you got your same nice artwork pal here. He's a Voyager class, number 8609 in the series. And the same nice piece of artwork over here on the side as well. And then the top you got Transformers the movie. And on the back you got your obligatory product shots. He transforms in 22 steps, and this guy actually is very simple to transform for a Voyager. Very, very easy if you catch my drift. Kind of reminds you of the G1 toy. But very cool indeed. So there is the obligatory product shots, and it's the back. You can see I already got the back prop up here, back behind here. Junkion dance party. That'd be stupid. So we'll set the packaging off to the side. We don't need the packaging, but we got the back prop back here, which is awesome. We get that with your Studio Series 86 figures. And this one here is the Planet of Junk background. You got the Junkion ship. My flash is actually getting it, but you get the Planet of Junk, which is pretty badass. So there is Wreck-Gar in all of his glory, and yeah, we'll have him go for a spin. So there is Wreck-Gar, and I knew he was gonna fall over. I thought I had him situated, but hey, it's okay. But anyway, there is Wreck-Gar in all of his glory. Definitely love the paint scheme, love the colors. Like some of the colors feel like a matte finish to them, like a matte feel, like a flat black matte feel. If you guys catch my drift, if I mention that, but it's really cool indeed. So anyway, so there is Wreck-Gar, and he does get his accessory. He does get his windmill dagger weapon thing, which is screen accurate to the movie. It was that long. It was this short in the movie, but there's some folks actually making upgrade kits for these. Shout out to Larkin's Lair, which I did order a set, so super excited about that. So here is Wreck-Gar. Let me try to get him to stand up here. The accessory wise is you get with him, you get the 2 wheels packaged and his windmill dagger thing. So all in all, yeah, there is Wreck-Gar in all his glory. So size comparison, if you want to see size comparison wise, let me grab a one of my previous reviews. Deluxe Red Alert. So you can definitely see the size comparison because he's a Voyager, that's a Deluxe. So, and then if you want to, here is Megatron. Do you believe this is the Siege version? Yeah, Siege version of Megatron. For size comparison wise, if we can get his ass to stand. Stand to Megatron. See how they stand together. It's pretty badass. So there he is with Megatron. So, and if you want to, here's 86 Hot Rod for size comparison with Wreck-Gar, which is supposed to be a Voyager, but you know, he's a small Voyager. So there is your Hot Rod with Wreck-Gar. So yeah, very cool. So anyway, now everyone was wondering, can the tires pop off on him? Yeah, it's parts forming, which is pretty cool, just like the original G1 toy. You can actually put the wheel on either side of his arm, or his leg, or if you just don't want anything on his arms, you can actually peg them on his legs. But granted, remember, whenever you transform this guy, there's 2 different size tires. I didn't really notice it, give notice to it until I transformed. I was like, wait a minute, that tire's bigger than the other. But so you can actually give him that look if you want, instead of having the tire on his one arm. Or if you can just switch it up. They just peg right in, friction peg in. They just slide right over those spikes on his arm. Just tab it into the arm, and you can actually spread it out a little bit. So you can have one tire on one side of the body and one tire on the other one. Hey, it is what it is. Which is pretty badass. Now, storage wise, for his knife windmill thing, dagger thingamabobber, you can actually there's a little peg hole on it. You can peg it on the back here as well. So it's pretty badass. Then he also got a port right here due to transformation for storage as well. So if you want to have him store it right there, you can reach back and go, hey, I got a surprise for you. Pegging into his butt. But so he does come with his windmill thing. So we'll go ahead and remove his tires. The tires are a molded plastic, which is pretty cool. Very nice detail. Got the little spikes on it. Take them off, and they roll pretty good. This one here actually rolls pretty good. If you have it on, rolls pretty good. Now if you put this one on, this one here doesn't really. It doesn't really roll freely. But there is Wreck-Gar without all of his accessories on him. Definitely for size comparison. Well, we already did size comparison, but for articulation. And definitely take a look at his noggin. Very nice. Got his mustache and his goatee going on there. And the fake looking head that looks like the motorcycle, front end of the motorcycle. It's pretty badass. Then he got his nipple guns, which you can actually pose these any direction you want. So they're not bent. They're actually on a ball joint in there. So you can wiggle them around or just keep them straight. So he got his nipple guns. Pew, 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 pew. Now, his head's on a ball joint, which is pretty good. Very nice. And it's like, look at the detail on the back of his head. like the gauges of the motorcycle, which is pretty badass. Arms are on a hinge. You can definitely see how that accommodates the arm hinge movement, which is pretty cool. So you get up here. Rotation, very nice. Got a bicep swivel here on a mushroom peg. Nice elbow joint, which you can bend either direction, back. Fists do go down to transformation, but they do swivel on a mushroom peg as well. You do have a waist articulation and a ab crunch due to transformation, but hey, that's a joint. You got these the saddlebags here, which I wish they would have been painted in silver, but they're gray. But hey, it is what it is. But if I do believe on the packaging itself, yeah, on the packaging itself, his saddlebags are silver looking. Look at him in his robot mode. They're silver. So I might end up using the chrome pen for this thing. So you got that. Got the feet can come up this far, back, and they actually have, I don't know if you can hear that, clicky joint for the legs to go in and out. And then you got the knee joint, and then you got breakage point to the transformation here. And you got that number right there stamped on the side of his foot. And then you can actually see that molded number right in there, which is annoying. Then you got ankle pivot and an ankle tilt. So there is Wreck-Gar's articulation in a nutshell. So anyway, we'll go ahead and transform Wreck-Gar into his vehicle mode. Obviously, make sure you got the 2 different size tires here, so make sure you keep an eye on that. So anyway, transform Wreck-Gar. It's pretty cool. Go ahead and do his feet down like that. It's pretty cool. You want to bend his knees out this way, and they'll click into place like a friction click into place. Then go ahead and unfold the ab crunch here, and then go ahead and untab the chest piece as well. Go ahead and move the arms off to the side and bring the motorcycle front end from in the body here. Bring it out. Then you can accordion all this out. Hey, look, steady she goes, Mom. And definitely go ahead and rotate his head up in there into that cavity. So that's where his head stands. And this actually rotates up. Nice little piece of clear plastic. So then you can actually bring this section down. Oh, my bad. This section over. Straighten out his back end here, like so. You want to rotate this down, like so. Rotate his arm. Put his fist in there, which we got that gap right here, which we all hate about those gaps, but hey, we're going to close his fist on the other side as well. So go ahead and rotate, bring his arms in, and then you can see there's a little tab right here and a little slot. You actually tab that section in right there for his vehicle mode. And in this section here, there's a little tab right there from his shoulder and a little tab on his foot. You tab that in right there. Pretty simple transformation. So there is his hover bike. His hover bike mode, if you want to call it. So anyway, all you have to do now is add his wheels. So get the biggest one for in the back. All you have to do is just move his legs off to the side, or unpeg his one leg to get in here. Peg it in, bring it up, peg that back in, like so. Make sure that's, so there we go. So we got one wheel on, and then the next one, the arms, definitely slide those on. You just have to pull it apart just a little bit, get in there, push them together. And then the cool thing that they added for this figure is the kickstands on both sides, so Wreck-Gar can stand in his vehicle mode. And there is Wreck-Gar in all of his glory, because there's your gauges for the motorcycle on the back of his head. So that is freaking awesome. Freaking awesome, guys. So there is Wreck-Gar. Now, if you guys were wondering, yes, it is compatible with 6-inch figures. Now, one of my previous reviews, Nebula, I'm going to have her in here. He's like, hey. He is compatible to hold the 6-inch figures, and you can actually hold the handlebars on them, so, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool indeed. So you got Nebula there. There's like her new interstellar ride. So there is Nebula with Wreck-Gar. And then, like I said, for storage, you got this little peg back here for storage for in vehicle mode as well. So there you go. So there is a, like, so you can actually use this as like a wind-powered motorcycle if you want. Hey, you can do what you want to do with this thing, right? So yeah, so there is Nebula with Wreck-Gar. So I thought that was neat. I thought it was. So now let's do for just for shits and giggles here. Let's see if we can put Hot Rod on top of Wreck-Gar for some shits and giggles. And it looks possible. This is me just trying it for the first time here. Hey, it actually works. It actually works, fellas. Yeah, you might be up a little bit further, but actually you might be able to kneel him down back a little bit. But, hey, I say it works. I say it works. It's funny. That is hilarious, fellas. That is freaking hilarious. So there is Wreck-Gar in his vehicle mode. And, he can have riders. Hey, it's like, and if you get another Wreck-Gar, or I'm sure we're going to get a Junkion later on in the Studio Series 86 with a different head sculpt and possible different color variation. I guarantee we will. Definitely, I've seen pictures. You can actually have another Wreck-Gar ride on top of this, so just like they did in the movie. So very cool. So there's Wreck-Gar in all of his glory. So the wheels, you got the spikes here. Yeah, the spikes are a little bit too big for my opinion. Way too big. They could have shortened them a little bit. But all in all, that is very nice. Love the nice decal paint job that they did with the front of the motorcycle on the front end. And you got the handlebars that are actually a soft rubber, and they rotate up and down too. So, and then you got his breast guns right there for vehicle mode, and you got the engine molded detail right in there, and it's silver. Freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. Got some lot of nice molded detail into Wreck-Gar. So you got that little slot right there. And yeah, a little slot there because he has a little slot underneath there. You actually move this wheel, and there's a little slot right here on underneath Wreck-Gar's butt. So that's where he will actually slot into riding his own self if you get another Wreck-Gar. It's pretty badass. And then you got weapon ports right here. You got a port right here and a port right here. So that will accommodate an upgrade kit coming from Larkin. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that at all. So yeah, so there's Wreck-Gar, folks. Very cool figure. Highly recommended. The Studio Series 86 line does it again. Like I said, though, it's like Wreck-Gar is really cool. I know I'm late to the party on Wreck-Gar, but hey, it's okay. It is what it is. But Untap his arms, tap his arms. But I know I'm a little late to the party for the Wreck-Gar. But hey, it's all good. It's all good. So yeah. And big thanks to Jay Hollow once again for hooking me up with this figure. Thanks again, brother. You rock. So, let's see if I can try to... tap his arms in. Bring his fist out. And that one's a real tight one to get out. So there is Wreck-Gar back in his robot mode. And go ahead and give him his wheels of murder death. So there is Wreck-Gar, the leader of the planet of junk, in all of his glory. So I hope you guys enjoyed this awesome review of Wreck-Gar. Hate to try to have it a little bit longer, but hey, hope you guys enjoyed this awesome review. Definitely Studio Series 86 Wreck-Gar is a must-have. So I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this awesome review of the new Transformers Studio Series 86 Wreck-Gar. And till next time, don't forget to check everybody else's links out down in the description down below as usual. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, all that good stuff. So until next time, I'm your host, TransAaron38. And ball weep, grana weep, ninny bong. Till next time, later.